Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to iGaming. How is everybody doing? So today we are back again with another Survive the Nights Basics video. And this one is very simple. It's how to get the most out of your meds. There are several healing items in the game. Some of them are more effective than others. But you can also combine certain things together to make these a lot more effective. Now, we're going to start off with the nice and easy one. And that is the bandages. These are easy to find. They are absolutely everywhere. The best way to get them is through crafting. Now, to craft these, what you need are 2 clean rags. You can get clean rags from all sorts of locations, but the best are sofa cushions. Now, each sofa cushion holds 1 clean rag. You need 2 clean rags to craft the bandages, and they heal a decent amount. It's not too much. It's 25. So, not perfect, but you can also get clean rags from tents. You'll get 3 from there. You can get them from computer chairs, and you'll get 1 from there. Pretty simple. Now for the Gauze Pad and Gauze Wrap and the first aid kit, they are higher end items. You can't always find them knocking around. You have some luck at finding them in bathrooms, in houses, in bathroom stalls. But the best place to go are pharmacies and hospitals. So there's 3 main locations you want to be looking for medical supplies. They are bathrooms in houses, apartments, all that kind of stuff, where you can find gauze pads, gauze wraps, bandages, and occasionally first aid kits. The next one is the pharmacy. Now this can be found various shop locations. The main one that I normally use is in Union Point. It is just on the corner here, and it is normally very full. Now when you come in here, you will find a lot of meds scattered around. Antibiotics, bandages, antiseptic, full first aid kits, the lot. This is a great place to come just to stock up on meds. Now the third place is the best. Now the final place you can come to get the more high-end meds is the hospital. But be warned, this place is crawling with zombies, so make sure you've got a firearm with you with a decent chunk of ammo. There is a lot, and they don't come at you slowly. So it's definitely not a place to come to get your starter sort of med supply. You want to be coming here a little bit later on when you want to top up with some of the bigger stuff. There's 2 floors, and each floor is pretty much jam-packed with medical supplies. They are everywhere. Now, depending on your server, that will vary as to how much you will actually get. If you're on a high-end, high-loot server, you will get a lot. If you're just on a standard one, then not as much. So the Gauze Pad is 50 health, as standard. The Gauze Wrap is 65 standard, and the first aid kit is 100. Now, all of these items can be improved on by crafting them with either antiseptic or herbs. Herbs can be found high mountain regions. Normally I've looked around this area, but these mountains around here seem to be quite good as well. So keep an eye out for them. You can also eat them alone, which will give you 10 health and 1 food, but it's pretty pointless. Now if you go into the locations we mentioned earlier, you will find antiseptic, which is the best way really to sort of beef up all of these here. The one that can't be beefed up is the first aid kit. Now, bandages can be treated, gauze pads can be treated, and a gauze wrap can be treated. So once you've crafted treated items, that boosts their value, which will give you a lot more with healing. It makes things a lot easier, especially if you're in the middle of a fight and you haven't got that time to whack, say, 3 or 4 bandages on. Now, if you've got those upgraded items, especially the gauze wrap, that will pretty much take you almost up to the health of a first aid kit. The gauze pad is pretty good. That goes up to 65 when that is treated, and the gauze wrap goes up to 85. Now the bandages go to 45, so it's still a nice chunk, especially if you're low level. When you get up to 200 health, you kind of want to be heading for first aid kits slash the gauze wraps anyway. So then you've only got 2 or 3 to actually put on, rather than messing around with loads of other ones. Now, There are a few other stats in here as well, including sickness, which we'll go over on today's video. We're going to go into mental health, overall health, and calories in a separate video. Not today. But for sickness, which normally that will come on when you have dodgy food or something like that, that can be fixed in a variety of ways. With antibiotics, you have a 100% chance of curing a sickness for 1 point. So if you've got 2 points there, you're going to need 2 bottles of antibiotics. Whereas herbs have a 50% chance. So that doesn't mean you'll be able to take 4 and 2 of them are going to work. It's 50% chance per item, from what I can tell. So bear that in mind. It won't always work, but it does help a little bit. Now you have a chance to heal with almost everything here. The first aid kit gives you a 10% chance. Obviously the antibiotics, as I said, is 100%. But it's better off just to keep some antibiotics at home or just nearby. As we mentioned earlier on in the video, you can get those at the 3 locations. One of the big ones that I mentioned on was the hospital, which is a great place, especially when you've got a little bit further in the game and you just need a massive load of meds behind you. It's the perfect place to come, really. But overall, first aid kits, they are great. The only problem that I have with them is they weigh a lot. For what they do in comparison to the gauze wrap, you're probably better off, especially if you are really stingy on your carry weight and like to keep loads of free space. You'll be better off carrying around gauze wraps because they are 0.3, and 2 of them, which still weigh less than the first aid kit, well, 3 of them, which is 0.9, will give you everything and more that the first aid kit gives you. The first aid kit gives you 100. So in reality, you'd only need to carry 2 and you'd still be getting more than that with less weight. But if you're at 200 health, you carry 3 of them around, that's full for 0.9 rather than the 6 pounds that the first aid kit has. Bandages, 0.2, but once again, they do not give you much in the health-wise. They're great, easy to find, easy to use, but when you get a bit further in, you just want something with a bit more of a punch to it. But for today, guys, that is a little bit more on the Survive the Nights basics. I hope I've helped. If it has, make sure you drop a like. If there's anything else that you want to know about this game, drop it in the comments below. We've got some tips on mental health and food coming within the next few weeks. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and we'll see you very soon with some more Survive the Nights. Peace.